Hey friends, Katie and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my favorite makeup brushes. So I have some brushes in here, and then I'm also going to share with you my favorite sponges. And these are all like affordable and everything. This is more of my affordable brush collection. I actually don't really have expensive brushes. I might not actually have any expensive brushes. I have a few from Bare Minerals, but in my opinion, these are all affordable. I feel like any brushes from Sigma, BH Cosmetics, and any brands from the drugstore like Real Techniques and everything, I feel like that's all considered affordable. Even like Sigma, because I feel like $20 isn't too much for a brush, because there are brushes that are like $60 and like $80, so I feel like that's not too bad. But yeah, these are my affordable brushes. Some of them are from Marshall, some of them, like I said, are from BH Cosmetics, and these are the brushes I use the most. So I just pulled out all the brushes that I use the most, and I'm going to be sharing all these with you. They're like the most frequent everyday brushes I use. So I just want to get right into this video. I don't really want to make it a long intro because this is already going to be a long video talking about all my favorite brushes. So yeah. Okay, so since I don't have too many affordable sponges, I'm just going to start off by talking about sponges. So one of them is wet and one of them isn't. But these are my sponges, and these are like my two favorite, like top two favorite affordable sponges. One is from L'Oreal and one is from Real Techniques. Now, depending on like if you're cruelty free or not, like this will depend on what sponge you like. I use this one on my face today, that's why it's wet, and this is from L'Oreal. This is their foundation blender, and I am obsessed with this sponge. I love it for foundation, I love it for concealer, I just love it for everything. And I know they have a concealer blender, but I don't personally have that, and I actually like this a lot. It's very squishy, it's just very like soft on your face, it blends everything beautifully. You can really just dab it in, and it has like a almost like sphere looking look to it, maybe. Like it is like a flat top, but it's not like your typical beauty blender. And actually I love this way more than the beauty blender. And if you want to see like comparison between the beauty blender and this, let me know down below, and I would be happy to do like a video on that, like blending my foundation with one side beauty blender, one side L'Oreal sponge. And then this one is also a sponge from the drugstore, and this is from Real Techniques, and I love this sponge as well. This is a sponge I use most of the time. I go in between those two sponges, like I said, and I like this one because it has that fine tip, so you can really get in your inner corner and really blend everything out, especially concealer and everything. And also it's great to use the bigger side on your face, and I just find this to be a very nice sponge. I do like this more than the beauty blender, but I do love this sponge. It just blends everything beautifully, just like my L'Oreal sponge, and I think they're both great sponges from the drugstore. I don't think there's a difference between the two. I feel like they perform the same. So these are all my face brushes, and I use most of these on like a frequent basis. So first off, I'm going to start off with this brush. This is from the brand I Am Beauty, which can be found at Marshall's, and I'm sure you can find it online. I'm not really sure what other stores sell this brand, but I find this a lot of times at Marshall's, and it is a very good brush brand. I have this kabuki brush from them, which I've had for years, and I love this for applying powder. It's a very like fluffy brush, but it's also kind of dense. So it is like big and like fluffy, like I said, but it is dense, so you can blend very easily, and it just blends like powder over your face very nicely. And it blends pretty much any powder. Like you can blend like just regular powder, or you could just blend just like translucent powder. Like it blends everything. Sometimes I will use this if I go crazy on blush to just blend everything out, and this blends everything like a dream. I love this. Okay, so I guess I'll start by talking about the brush I use to blend my foundation today, and I love this brush. I find I get the most coverage with this, so this has been my new favorite foundation brush. This is the Real Techniques buffing brush. I love this foundation brush. It isn't like super dense, which is what I like about it. It's not like you're hitting your face with a rock, and I really like this because you can like buff your foundation in, hence the buffing name to it, and you just really go in circular motions. You can go up and down, side to side. You can do whatever strokes you want with this brush, and it doesn't make your makeup streaky. It doesn't like disturb it, doesn't make it like apply weird. And I feel like with any foundation I've gotten a pretty like flawless like look with this. I just feel like this just just blends my makeup beautifully. I can pack on my foundation, it still blends very well. So definitely if you see it at Marshall's or just see it anywhere, pick it up because it is an amazing foundation brush. Sadly, you can't buy it exclusively, but you can get this in a set, so I would definitely recommend that. It's such a great foundation buffing brush. So these next few brushes are going to be from BH Cosmetics. These don't have their names on them, but they do have their numbers. So this one right here is the BH Cosmetics 113 brush. This is like a flat top, like kind of stiff but kind of not brush, so you can really like blend things with this. Like you can really just expand, I guess. Like it's not like super stiff, it's not super flat top, like it's not like you can't blend anything with it. And this is supposed to be a powder brush. I actually use this for liquid foundation. I've used it for liquid products. I think it works beautiful with that, and that's what I use it for. So sometimes I will use a Real Techniques brush, and sometimes I use this brush, and it does blend in my foundation beautifully. And then this one is the true like flat top brush, and this is the BH Cosmetics 116 brush. I love this. It is a flat top brush. It is pretty dense, which I feel like does pack on foundation very well. It does give you good coverage, and it might give you more coverage than like a brush like this would, but they're both amazing brushes. And yes, this is your typical flat top brush, and I got these in a set from Marshall's years ago. And definitely, yes, if you see brushes like BH Cosmetics and stuff like that, definitely pick them up because they are just such amazing brushes, and they are more affordable for the price. They're amazing. I have a bunch of BH Cosmetic brushes that I love, and this is also a great brush for foundation. Any of these three brushes I just mentioned are great for foundation. So this next brush has seen better days, but you know, that's okay. And this is the BH Cosmetics 114 brush. This is like an angled brush, so you could use this for blush, but my favorite use for this is bronzer. I love contouring with this brush because of the angled look that it has. It just really chisels out your cheeks. You can really just get into a bunch of places. Even the side of your nose, it's really easy to get into with that, which I love because I don't really love like having to use multiple brushes. I like just using one brush, and it just helps me like apply my makeup way faster. I don't have to keep switching between brushes, and I just love this because it's just angled. It's easy to get into like your cheekbones, to get just everywhere, and this just blends everything beautifully. I don't ever find that my bronzer looks patchy or anything like that, and just these brushes blend everything like a dream. So this is my go-to blush brush, and this is the e.l.f. stipple brush. Again, I believe I got this from Marshall's, and my intentions were to use this for cream blush, but I actually hated it for that. I found that my cream blush just looked patchy, and I actually don't wear cream blush anymore because I'm not really a fan of it. And yeah, I love this for blush. I love this for powder blush. I love a stipple brush for blush because it really just diffuses your blush. You can really blend it, and I feel like you can't go too crazy with using this. I feel like it just diffuses everything, it blends everything, and just everything applies to your cheeks beautifully, and you can really just, you know, blend very easily, and it's just such a nice brush. Now I have a bunch of different eye brushes that I love, and I just love all of these, honestly. So this is the BH Cosmetics 101 brush. This is like a blending brush. You can use this to like apply your crease color, apply color all over the lid, just blend everything in general, and I really like this because it is super fluffy. I do have other blending brushes that aren't this fluffy, and I prefer this one just because I feel like I have the most control with this one, and I just feel like it blends everything just beautifully. It actually blends it, and it's not like stiff. It's very, very fluffy, and I love that for a blending brush. This brush is from Morphe. This is the Morphe M433. Now, I probably won't buy from Morphe again, and I might mention that in another video. I just don't want this to be like a bashing Morphe video because I like the Morphe products I have. I got this brush like maybe a few months ago, and I love this for my crease. This just blends your crease color beautifully. It just works very well, and it just blends everything well. It diffuses that color into your crease. It's great if you want to use multiple colors, and it's just a very good crease brush. It blends everything very easily. Okay, so these are more of my top brushes. So this is another brush from Real Techniques. This is the Deluxe Crease Brush. Now I tried using this in my crease before, and I wasn't really a fan of it just because it is so large. So I like this more for like applying a color to my lid, like something to set my lid, just a neutral color. I think it's best for that application, or even just applying a shimmer color to my lid. I just find just just because it is so big, it really just blends it and it just works that way. Then I have this Real Techniques brush. It's like a large shader brush. I believe this is the 102 or 103 brush from BH Cosmetics, and it just applies just a neutral color or shimmer very well over your whole lid, and it just blends everything, and it's just nice because you can just really just get over your whole lid with this. It's great to set, and it's great to apply shimmery colors to your lid, to just like the base. Then this is a small flat shader brush from BH Cosmetics, and this is great if you just want to apply like color to your inner corners or just the inner part of your lid, like maybe the inner half, and it just blends it very well and it just places it very well. And I love this brush. It's just so soft and it just works like a dream, like I've said. Then I have two different like outer corner, like outer V brushes, I guess. So the first one is from BH Cosmetics. This is the BH Cosmetics 104 brush. This is like an angled outer crease brush. You can really just blend shadows with this, and it's just really easy to just make sure it's very blended. It blends everything very easily, and I love using this for like my outer corner. I used it today. And then this brush I believe is from Coastal Scents. This is the Coastal Scents BRC brush, I think, and this is supposed to be a blending brush, but I actually like this better for my outer corner. You can use this in your crease, which I do sometimes, but I do like this for my outer corner because it just blends everything in the outer corner very well. It's just that perfect shape for your outer corner, and just it's easier to apply colors with this, and it blends the shadows very well. Now I'll talk about the last brush from BH Cosmetics. This is the BH Cosmetics 105 brush. This is your typical pencil brush, which I really like. I'm not wearing a color under my eyes today, but sometimes I like to do that to apply a deeper color like on my lower lash line, or applying like a warmer color, and it just really gets into your lash line, so you can get really close to your lash line and just really blend it, and this really diffuses it. It's just a really nice brush. Then I have two more eye brushes from Real Techniques. So this is the base eyeshadow brush, and this is more of a definer brush. This one's great just applying that shimmer all over the lid or whatever base color you're using. It just really blends it. And also I think this would be great if you wanted to use this for the crease or even like the outer corner, because it is very like fluffy. Now this is a detailer brush, which you could use for concealer, but I like using this like on the inner corners of my eyes, but also I like using it if I really want to define a color and just really get in that inner half of my lid, because it's more detailed and it's more smaller, so you can really just pack it on and really just get where you want to be. I love this brush, and I just think these are both great brushes for like lid colors, and they're just great brushes to have and just have in your collection. This next brush, I'm not actually sure what brand it's by just because it doesn't have the name on it, but I will link it down below. So basically what this is an eyebrow brush. So you have your eyebrow spoolie to like brush out your brows, which I love using because I have crazy looking brows. My brows just tend to be crazier. I don't know why, but you also could brush up your lashes with this if you wanted to. And I love all these brushes because they're very easy to clean. All my brushes are easy to clean, which I do love, and I appreciate that. And then this is also great to fill in the inner part of your eyebrow, just your whole eyebrow in general, and you're able to blend very well the spoolie. If you go crazy, you can just really blend it, and it works super well, and I love this brush. So yeah, I will definitely link it down below. And the last brush I want to talk about is from Real Techniques, and this is the Real Techniques setting brush. I love this brush. I've had this for years, and I love this brush. This is great for setting your under eyes, and this is also great for highlighting. I love using it for highlighting. I actually use it for both. It's definitely a dual purpose brush. It's not like one of those brushes where you use it for one thing. You definitely can use it for setting, and you can also use it for highlighting, and just I love this brush. It's also great like if you get fallout under your eyes to just wipe that away. I find it works really well for that. It's just super amazing. I love it. So yeah, those are all my favorite brushes, but like I said, these are all affordable. You can find them at Ulta and Target and sometimes Marshalls and TJ Maxx. I just love all these brushes. They're very nice, they're soft, they're just everything I look for in a brush. So definitely I will link all these down below so you can check them out. Definitely check them out. I feel like these are also really good brushes if you're starting off your collection, you don't know what brushes to buy. These are definitely brushes I would buy if I was starting off with makeup. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below any other videos you'd like to see next, any back to school videos or just any beauty or lifestyle videos. Let me know that down below. And please subscribe if you haven't already, because I post videos every single week, and I would just love for you to be subscribed to my channel. And also hit the notification bell down below to be notified. That'll just let you know when my videos go up, and it's just a great button to press, so impressive. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.